You Oconto Falls basketball.
Stay tuned for all the crazy action as we hop aboard the Panther train and we get set for tonight's game. Woo woo!
Tonight's game is brought to you locally by
Oconto Falls Insurance, Wits Piggly Wiggly, NEW Credit Unions, 24/7 Well and Plum, Islandfeld, Scatchwood, and Anderson, Stevenson National Bank and Trust.
Keep it dialed in to 107.1 FM. Todd and Brett will have Panther pregame right after these messages.
Hi, folks. This is David from Wits Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Wits, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site, whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines. They'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Good evening, basketball fans. It's time for high school girls basketball right here on your sports leader, WOCO 107.1 FM, and streaming live on YouTube. I'm Todd Peterson, Brett Crandall. We're getting set for tonight's Northeastern Conference basketball matchup featuring the Oconto Falls Lady Panthers and the Freedom Irish. Panthers come in at 3-8 overall. They are 1-6 in the conference. The Irish 6-5 on the season, and one game over 500 in conference play at 4-3. But this Freedom Irish team, very young. They've got two freshmen in the starting lineup, and also a number of sophomores. Two of those sophomores also in the starting lineup to go along with one senior, Jada Helm. So very, very young team.
Building is what you say.
Well, they're building, but they're doing pretty well. They started slow, Coach said. Talked to Coach Mike Vanderloop before the game. He said, well, we started slow, but when you look at it right now, they're a game of over 500, both in conference and overall. So things are coming together for them.
Things are looking good in Freedom for the girls basketball program. Got a young squad, and like you said, they're holding their own in the middle of the conference, and we'll present a few problems for the Panthers here tonight.
Panthers 1-6 in the conference play. They're one lone victory coming at the hands of Wapaka. Trying to get back in the winning ways. We saw this Panther team go 3-4, or 3 out of 4 early on in the season. A couple of non-conference victories. Haven't seen the win column since then, though.
It's been a little difficult, that's for sure. The Panthers started out, like you said, pretty fast. Got some good wins underneath their belt. They're a somewhat young team too, and have down to just 9 players in the varsity right now as well. As one of the Morgan Hemley is out for the year. So, Coach, pretty much what we thought before was going with a lot of pressure, full court pressure, and he was using that to kind of kickstart his offense. But they're still struggling on that offensive side of the floor.
Yeah, 7-game losing streak right now. I don't want to dwell on the negative, but like you said, they're relatively young also. Only 2 seniors on the Panther team, being Kennedy Krotz and Olivia Steppen. So looking for the future also when you look at both of these teams, really. I want to give a nice shout-out. Breaking a losing streak were the Panther boys last Friday.
On the road.
Going over to Luxembourg Castle, taking out a nice victory.
Yeah, I think that was 79-73.
That would be it. So props to them. a couple of programming notes also for Panther fans. Due to the inclement weather last Thursday, a couple of postponements, the Oconto Falls Wrestlers will be in action tomorrow night taking on Coleman, and that's a makeup from last Thursday. And also these Lady Panthers will be hosting Marinette from their snow out, cold out, I guess, slippery out, ice out, whatever you want to call it, from last Thursday. So both of those rescheduled for tomorrow evening, and the wrestling will be right here on WOCO.
They're going back-to-back this Laters going to have tonight. And tomorrow night, I mean, it's a good matchup for them. Marinette only also with one conference win as well, but might be a little tired after playing tonight as well. So,
well, you hit it right on the head because assistant coach Doug Yankee, talking to him before the game, he said one of the things that we really have to watch is making sure that we're ready for tomorrow night too. So depending on how this game goes, obviously, but want to be ready for tomorrow too. Probably going to rotate in quite a few players tonight to keep those legs somewhat fresh going into tomorrow when they host Marinette. Right now, we're going to take a time out here in our Panther pregame. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at this ball game, but also what else is going on around the league. You're listening to Panther pregame right here on WOCO Sports Radio.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Did you hear? We've branched into your living room. This is Beth Larson from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Our e-branch at snbt.com lets you manage your money 24/7 from the comfort of your home. Apply for loans, check your balances, and even open accounts. Don't waste another minute. Visit snbt.com now to take advantage of all the convenience of our e-branch offers from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Todd Peterson, Brett Crandall back at the Oconto Falls Fieldhouse. We're closing in on our ball game tonight. Freedom Irish taking on the Lady Panthers. Not only are the Panthers taking on Marinette tomorrow night, but the men are taking on Marinette. They will be going up to Marinette to take on the Marines. What else we got going on around the league tonight, Brett?
Well, let's jump on and take a look here. Monday, January 15th, Wapaka is hosting Clintonville. Marinette and Fox Valley Lutheran squaring off as well tonight. Little Shoot in Denmark. And Luxembourg Casco taking on the number one ranked team in the state. Happens to be from our conference, Wrightstown.
Well represented with that Wrightstown team also. Speaking of those state rankings, we got a few others. While you're pulling that up, Brett, I want to make a programming note for Panther fans, especially this Friday, doubleheader action. Both the boys and the girls will be taking on Clintonville, and both those games will be right here in the Oconto Falls Fieldhouse. The varsity game will tip off, varsity girls game will tip off around 6:30, and the boys to follow probably around 8 o'clock or so, and both of those will be right here on WOCO.
And if you are coming to the game, I want to keep you informed. So you're in the know. It's orange out. So throw on your orange and show up at the game.
Sounds like a good plan.
Or better yet, stay at home where it's nice and warm.
And listen to
dial it up on the radio.
They can still wear orange at home.
Oh, yeah, you can wear orange at home.
We'll count that.
You bet.
Well, we'll take a look at those state polls in a little bit, Brett. We have an opportunity during a break in the game because we're going to take our final break right now. And when we come back, we'll have an opening tip-off between the Irish and the Panthers. You've been listening to Panther Pregame right here on WOCO Sports Radio.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get you results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today. 715-735-0583.
Did you know NEW Credit Union is a member-owned financial cooperative? So as a credit union member, you own the credit union. Because we have no stockholders to satisfy, the profits go back to you, the owner, in the form of better rates and a multitude of up-to-date services. NEW Credit Union has offices in Oconto Falls, Surrey, Oconto, and Peshtigo, serving all who live or work in Brown, Marinette, Oconto and Shawano counties of Wisconsin, and Menominee County, Michigan. It is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration and an equal housing opportunity lender. Find out what we're all about online at newcu.org or call 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Go ahead and like us on Facebook. Why not take advantage of everything your local credit union has to offer? We're your home team, here to serve you. Why not try NEW Credit Union and own it?
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Wisconsin. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
And before I turn it over to Brett for our starting lineup, two other names that we want to throw out there. Helping us out from the Oconto Falls 5th grade, our StatCats tonight, Brooke Hockowitz and Emerson Wright. They'll be doing our shooting stats, and we appreciate their assistance. And now, it's my man with our starting lineup.
All right, starting tonight for the sitting Irish from Freedom. Number 5, Jada Helm. Number 11, Carly Peterson. Number 13, Gabby Johnson. Number 21, Callie Gainke. At number 22, Taylor Hayes Ozzie. All right, and now for the Lady Panthers, the Panther 5. Starting tonight, sophomore forward, number 1, Natalie Brower. Senior guard, number 3, Kennedy Crott. Junior guard, number 13, Sammy Shallow. Junior guard, Caitlin Allen, number 14. And sophomore guard, number 30, Carrie Albrecht. Let's toss this ball high and let this game fly. It's high school girls basketball action here at Oconto Falls High School.
Freedom Irish wearing their road green and gold uniforms. Packer colors, you might say. Gold numbers and trimmed down the short. Panthers in their home white. Panthers moving from our left to our right here in the first half as we sit courtside. Ball's in the air. Tap is controlled by the Irish. First possession to Freedom. Panthers come out in a man-to-man defense. Running the show will be Gabby Johnson, a freshman. She'll kick to the wing. In the air, Genke fires 3, and they're on the board right away. Full court pressure by the Irish. Looking to deny. Shallow has it in the backcourt. They'll clear things out, let her bring it up against Johnson. Number 13 against number 13. Brower trying to get to the right baseline. Cut off there. Kicks back outside to Crott. Kratz, ball above her head, right wing, on top. Albrecht, now they'll swing it to Brower on the left side. Motion offense by the Panthers against the man-to-man defense that Freedom is throwing on them right now. Shallow to the baseline. This is Kratz. Lost the handle, knocked out of bounds away from her, and it goes all the way out into the hall, and Kennedy has to run it down.
Hopefully she comes back, Todd.
We lost her.
Oh, there she is.
3-0 Irish. First minute of play still. Panthers will inbound on the baseline. Underneath their own basket, Brower tries to go back outside, taken away by Genke. Genke on the push, 2-on-1 against Shallow. She goes up with the left hand, left it short. Shallow has it knocked away. Johnson bounces inside, right hand off the window. Hazy, good. 5-0, busy hands by the Irish.
2 quick turnovers by the Panthers. They're going to need to hang on to the ball better than that.
Shallow working the dribble against Johnson. Trying for the give and go. Albrecht runs it down in the corner. She's trapped there, and a travel is called. Swarming defense by this Irish team right away.
Panthers still not taking their first shot. Being very patient on the offensive side of the floor.
Genke will bring it up herself. Genke, a 6-foot freshman. Now she'll post up as she gave it out. In the middle of the paint, can't get it to fall. Albrecht climbs high for the rebound and has it tapped away from behind. That was Peters. Peters left it short, gets her own rebound. Little reverse with the right hand off the glass and good. You cannot relax against this Irish team.
And they're not going to let you relax. They're going to press the entire game, or at least here in the beginning.
There's a knock out of bounds by Peters, the sophomore.
Quick timeout by the Panthers.
We'll stay here on this 30-second timeout. 7-0 Irish. Not even 2 minutes gone by at this point.
Yeah, 4 turnovers right away. Panthers can't afford not to take care of the ball. They can be patient on offense, that's fine, but you got to be able to make good passes and just handle the ball better.
Doesn't take long to see what the Irish want to do, both offensively and defensively. Full court pressure, kind of a style the Panthers started early on in the season, denying all over. But the thing is, even after a rebound, they're still putting on the pressure, knocking things away from behind, looking for deflection. It'll be Panther ball. Albrecht will inbound just to our left. Bounces it into Kratz. Kratz, guarded by Johnson, picks up her dribble in the backcourt, over to Shallow. She's got to get it across the timeline, and she will against Peters. Picks up the dribble, outside to Brower. Now Kratz, right of the wheel. She'll drive middle to the line, to the lane. Floater in the middle of paint, no good. And it will be Panther ball as that rebound was knocked out of bounds.
Real nice take by Kennedy right down the middle of the lane. Just opened up wide for her, but couldn't get it to drop.
Kratz looking, still looking, goes far corner, has it knocked away and taken away. But then stepping on the line, that was Jada Helms, the senior. Helms, the only senior in the starting lineup for the Irish. She's 5'7", a guard. Panthers inbound way outside to Shallow. Kick to Allen. Kalen, ball above her head. Helms guarding her. They are just swarming on defense. Here's a takeaway. 4-on-2 bust out. It's Johnson in the middle. Picks up the dribble, back outside, stepping back behind the 3. Now kicking to the left wing. Peters has it. Trying to get it in to Hazy on the post-up. They'll reset the offense. Panthers doing a nice job of getting back on the defensive end. Here's Johnson, the freshman, back on top. Hazy. Now they'll go inside to Helms. Helms, ball fake once, up and under, splits the defense, no good. And a foul is called on the rebound, I believe, on Helms.
Helms is going to pick up the first personal, first team, first foul of the game. She's got a clean sweep there, Todd.
Genke, the 6-foot freshman, is going to be on the ball in this press. And then Johnson and Peters do full denial. Brower's trying to come up. She's going to get it in the back court. She's going to work the right sideline, and a foul is called on Hazy. Good idea by Brower, trying to beat her with the dribble. She had the sideline. Still, Hazy threw the hip out.
Second team foul on Irish.
Albrecht looking. Bounces to Kratz. Front court, 3-on-2. Over to Allen. Ball fake once to the baseline. skip pass to the far corner, but she bounced it on the line.
On the baseline. That's the 7th turnover already, Todd.
Ooh. 7 turnovers, and we're 3 minutes in. Helms will now walk it across. She'll run the point, and the Panthers have switched defense. It looks to be a 2-1-2 look, a 2-3 look, you might say. Helms surveying the scene over to Peters. Now they'll go short corner to Hazy. Inside to Genke. Lays it up and in. Genke finding the soft spot in that zone, and here's a foul called on Peters in the backcourt. She was doing full denial, and she got a piece of Kennedy Kratz on the arm. Albrecht will inbound. Panthers have to go the length of the floor. Man-to-man defense. Albrecht looking. That's knocked away, headed our way. Still Panther basketball. Just tough to get it in against this squad.
Yeah, they are.
Cross-court pass. Albrecht threw it to Helmley. Problem is, Helmley's in street clothes on the bench.
We're like peanut butter and they're like jelly. They're all over us.
Here's Helms. She'll inbound. 14-26 mark here in the first half. It'll be Kratz and Shallow on the top of the zone. Brower in the middle. Allen and Albrecht baseline. Helms again. Ball in the circle. Over to Johnson. Now they'll give it back. They'll spread things way out against this zone. Now they're going to lob, trying to go backside. It's Genke, low left. Just threw that over the top of the zone, and that came from the center circle.
Yeah, Panthers don't have the height to match up.
Kratz gets the ball screen from Shallow, still in the backcourt. Now she's across. And we've got a hand check called against Hazy.
That's your second.
We're going to get substitutions on both sides. Carissa Worcester, another sophomore, will check in.
5'11".
So will Huberty and Sadowski for the Panthers. Emma Huberty and Brianna Sadowski check in on the Panthers side. Shallow to the inbound. Brower in the right corner. 11-0 is our score. Sadowski has it. She'll reverse to Kratz. Now left side. This is Shallow. Brower trying to post up on the block. Giving a ball screen to Sadowski all the way to the basket. Partially blocked by Genke. Here comes the Irish. Panthers hustling back. No numbers for freedom. Back on top. Genke. Now going to the corner. Peters. Skip pass back on top. Helms. Going to fire three. Off the mark. Rebound comes down to Sadowski. She'll push the left sideline with the left-hand dribble. Backs it out, gives it to Huberty. Huberty wants Kratz in the far corner. Coming up strong, getting it to go over the top of that rim.
Nice take on the baseline.
Panthers on the board. 11-2 Irish now. Peters back to Helms. They'll swing it to Gabby Johnson, the freshman. Genke's trying to post up on the free throw line. Helms drives, kicks, right corner, and a travel is called.
Brooke Garrett in for freedom. Helms out.
Doesn't matter who they put in, they're going to keep the full court pressure on.
They got, 15 players on their bench, so they can throw a lot of fresh legs out there for that press.
Have enough room on your book.
I didn't. I had to leave some people out. Hopefully, I won't need them.
Here's Huberty. Away from her, she picks it up, puts it on the floor with a little running right-hander off the window. No rebound cleared. Here's Peters. Lead pass ahead, looking for Garrett. Garrett, one-on-one against Kratz, and a foul is called on Kennedy.
First team foul by the Panthers. First one by Kennedy.
Free throws coming for Brooke Garrett, another senior. 5 seniors on this Irish roster. She knocks in the first. 12-2 is our score. On the floor for the Panthers, just checking in, will be Caitlin Albrecht and also Olivia Steffen. And we're going to see another senior, Mackenzie Kempen, coming in for the Irish. And the other freshman checked in. I didn't see her slide in there. Linnea Willer, 5'11" freshman. That free throw's left short. Willer gets an offensive rebound, and she's fouled on the floor for 2 seconds, and she's going to the free throw line. Willer, 2 free throws coming. Gets the friendly roll for the first. 13, 12, 12, 15 mark here in the first half. Second free throw. That one's up, and that's more pure. 14-2, and Irish call off the press. They fall back straight into to be a zone swarming defense. Look at it. They get 4 people above the free throw line, but working against Cross. Cross into the backcourt, and they're going to call over and back.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I thought it was.
I thought it was touched.
I thought it was touched.
It looked like it got knocked away from her into the backcourt, but they called over and back nonetheless. 6 minutes gone by in our ball game. Irish by 12. Back to a man-to-man defense for the Panthers. On top, this is Worcester. Over on the right wing, Gabby Johnson driving baseline. Tried to go up and under, lost the handle off her leg and out of bounds. She knew what she wanted to do. She just didn't complete the play.
Third turnover by Freedom.
This looks to be a 1-2-2 swarming defense. Now they may have dropped back into a man a little bit. Now they're going to trap out of it. There you go. They're going to trap and rotate out of it. Albrecht is fouled. That's Caitlin Albrecht.
That's Gabby Johnson picking up a foul.
What they're doing is matching up out of it, but then on that first pass, they send a second player over to double team the ball.
Right now, Panthers can only hope they keep the pressure up and get them on the free throw line here pretty quick.
Slow them down a little bit. Here's Sadowski, left wing. This is Huberty putting it on the floor, driving all the way around to the right side. Steps back, picks up the dribble. Back on top, Steffen, Caitlin Albrecht, to her sister Carrie. Huberty has it, reverses to Steffens on the right wing. Panthers moving the ball quickly now against this man-to-man defense. No trapping happening right now. Huberty driving left baseline, goes up with the right hand.
Got it to go.
14-4. Lead pass ahead. Looking for Kempen to the baseline. Floater, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no. Rebound, tapped around. Battle for it. Willer lost that.
Still bouncing.
Kempen comes away with it. Kick back outside to Helms. Helms, now they'll reset the offense a little bit. Albrecht gets thrown to the ground with the right hand shiver, and it's an offensive foul. There was no flop there. Gary took a digger going down.
Mackenzie Kempen picking up her first personal on the charge. 6th team foul for Irish. The Panthers are really going to have a quick release tonight because they're not going to get much open time for looking at the basket. There it is.
Here's Sadowski snapping one off. That came up short from 3. Run down in the corner. On the outlet. 4-on-2 bust out. Lead pass ahead. Huberty stole it. Poached that pass down the sideline.
One thing the Panthers have been doing is they've been hustling and getting back on defense. They haven't given up any easy ones.
Caitlin Albrecht, quick shot from the left wing. No good. Rebound, run out by Helms. Helms all the way to the other end. Lost her footing. She's going to be called for traveling.
Oh, the hustle's paying off for the Panthers, at least on the fast break.
Like she hit some ice down there. Feet went like 2 deer sliding away from her. We are at 10 minutes even here in the first half. It's 14-4. You talk about quick triggers. Both of the Panther points came on drives. One by Kratz, one by Huberty.
And Kratz missed another drive right down the middle. So it looks like the way the Panthers are going to have to look to score right now because they're not getting many open looks on the floor for a shot. You're going to have to drive it.
Caitlin Albrecht trying to go, over to Sadowski, and Sadowski broke inside and pass went outside. Turnover, Oconto Falls. Helms, right wing. Johnson going inside to Genke. Genke with the left hand, no good. Gets her own rebound, put back, yes. 16-4. Lead pass ahead by the Panthers. It's Albrecht.
And she's a freshman, Todd.
Genke, yes, and a tall freshman,
yeah,
6-footer.
She's going to cause problems here in the Northeastern Valley for quite some years to come. She's a nice-looking player.
Huberty on top. Sadowski. Albrecht. Catch and shoot three.
Oh!
In and out. Huberty with the rebound. Put back. Yes, high off the window.
Nice offensive board by Emma.
On the other end, three on the way by Gabby Johnson. No good.
The rim is just spitting out the threes right now.
Caitlin Albrecht clears the rebound, hands it off to Sadowski. Brianna will bring it up. Lead pass ahead. Here's another three by Carrie Albrecht off the glass, too strong. And a run out by Johnson. Nobody back on defense. Albrecht chasing. Johnson will lay it up and in. And we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Kaczmarek of the Panthers with 8:31 left to go in the half. It's 18-6. Freedom. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Panther Basketball, WOCO style.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get you results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today. 715-735-0583.
18-6 is our score. Freedom Irish on top of the Panthers. Brett, just in a little over 10 minutes that we've seen this Irish team. They played before.
Yeah, yeah, they're a tough ball club, and like I said, they're young. They're just going to get tougher in the next couple of years. They're tall. They're athletic. They got ball skills.
It looks like they like to play the D.
Yeah, they definitely like to play D. They are all over the Panthers. Like I said, we have not gotten really a decent open look yet.
It'll be Panther basketball. Sadowski walks it up. Here's that trapping defense. Genke on top, the 6-footer. Panthers kick it over on the right side. Runner, and a foul is called. That runner by Caitlin Albrecht.
Jada Helms picking up her second personal. That's the 7th team foul.
Caitlin lost the headband that she was donning in pregame. First free throw, too strong.
And fresh 4 coming in for the Panthers.
We talked about how they're going to have to keep their legs fresh, not only for tonight, but in preparation for tomorrow night also. So Coach K is subbing literally.
We need one more, don't we?
One more player or point?
One more player.
Well, Allen's checking in for Albrecht.
Oh, there she was, Mister.
Yep. And she will check in on the make by Caitlin Allen.
There's only 3 sitting on the bench.
Somebody's missing. So Panthers have a fresh new 5 in there. It's 18-7. Johnson, right wing. This is Garrett. Skip pass, looking for Peters. Lobbing it inside to Genke. Bounces to the baseline, and she threw it away. Peters trying to share the ball, but she was point-blank range. She probably could have went up with that one. Could have and probably should have. Genke on top. Looks to be a 1-3-1 look. They pass to the corner, and it goes through the hands of Allen, out of bounds.
Yeah, she's not only she's 6 foot, she's quick.
Yeah.
They put her up on the top of that zone defense and makes it real difficult for the Panthers.
On the right wing, it's Garrett. Genke working the free throw line against this zone. She gets it there in the middle of the paint. Panthers double down and tie her up.
I tell you what, Emma Huberty's having herself a heck of a first half here.
Emma dives into that one and forces forces the turnover on the alternate possession. The bounce to Shallow. Allen lost the handle again. On the run back, Garrett. Bratz tried to tie her up. She went right through that and laid it up and in. I'm not sure how she didn't travel, but no call, and it's 20-7. Bratz across the timeline, splits the double team, and knocked out of bounds by Peters. Peters anticipating that pass. Panther basketball will be inbounding on the right sideline. Inbound is Shallow. Shallow push toward the center court line. Here's a bounce inside to Huberty from Croxton. She lays it up and in.
That one was pretty. Must have had some glitter on it.
20-9. The Irish. 6:50 and counting. We'll take another timeout as Coach Vanderloop wants to talk to his team. You're listening to Panther Basketball on WOCO.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
On the floor for the Panthers, coming out of the timeout, it'll be Krotz, Shallow, Allen, Brower, and Huberty. It'll be Irish ball, Garrett to inbound. Kick it into Johnson. Johnson back to Garrett. Now they go to the free throw line. Worcester. Pass. Garrett playing catch. Genke catch and shoot three. Came up way short. Air ball. Huberty clears the rebound. Up ahead to Krotz. Now Shallow. Huberty on the left side. Straight man-to-man, it looks like this time for the Irish. Krotz driving, kicking to Huberty. Back on top, Allen. Had it blocked. She went for the three. Had it blocked. And here comes Johnson of the Irish. Up ahead, this is Garrett. Back to Johnson. Little head fake, hesitation dribble. Drops it outside to Genke. The two freshmen playing catch. Now they'll skip it over to the senior Garrett. Back to Genke. Spinning to the baseline with the right hand off the glass and in.
Nice, pretty spin move there, right down on the block. Gets you going one way, spins it back, banks it off the glass for two.
Krotz, ball above her head. Quick pass, low left. Looking for Krotz. Got her own rebound, kick back outside. They wing it over. Here's Huberty driving middle of the lane, fires it up. That might have been partially deflected. Here come the Irish. Lead pass ahead to Garrett. Skip pass to Genke, but a travel is called. Carrie Albrecht checks back in, and Caitlin Albrecht and Olivia Steffens also want to check in. Might as well bring them all in. Here comes Brianna Sadowski also. And I think we got one too many. There we go. Allen comes out also. Now we're set. 5 on the floor, both teams.
It's easy to keep track how many got in and out when they only got 4 that can be on the bench.
You just look that direction first, right? It's easier to count to 4 than 5.
That's right.
Caitlin Albrecht over to Steffens. Now they'll swing it to Shallow on the left wing. Back on top, Sadowski does a nice job of just keeping that one back in play. Had their extendo arm on it. Here's Carrie Albrecht. Little head fake. Over to sister Caitlin. She drives to the right baseline. Circles out. Sadowski, that one's blocked also. You mentioned it, Brett. They're tough to get a shot off. Here's Genke. Lead pass ahead, looking for Peters. She can't get it to fall. That was Cassie Peters. Not to be confused with Carly Peters. Cassie is also a sophomore. Another timeout called at 4:45. We'll take one more. You're listening to high school basketball on WOCO Sports Radio.
Tired of running to the bank for every little check? You can save a trip to the bank with the convenience of mobile check deposit from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Snapping a picture with our app is as safe as depositing checks at one of our 7 locations. No more rushing to the bank before closing to make those important deposits. Visit snbt.com to enroll for mobile check deposit today. The Stevenson National Bank and Trust, 101 Bray Lake Way in Oconto, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
22-9 is our score. Less than 5 minutes to go in the first half. Straight man-to-man defense by the Irish this trip. Here's Caitlin Albrecht. Back on top to Steffen. Now Shallow, right wing. Puts it on the floor, to the line, taken away. On the reverse steal by Worcester. Stuck her hand up after she got by. Driving baseline is Peters. Basket's good by Cassie Peters. Foul is called on the Panthers. Peters to the line.
Only a 13 foul by the Panthers. Olivia Steffens picking up her second personal. Cassie Peters looking to make a three-point play here. Just needs completed at the free-throw line.
And she does just that. And now a little more full court pressure. Shallow has it. Working against Peters. Crosses over. Peters hits the deck. Here's Shallow into the front court. Kicks over to Carrie Albrecht. Launching three. Rimmed out. Rebound tapped around. Still tapped around and out of bounds. It'll stay to Oconto Falls.
That was the second shot by Albrecht that's been a quarter of the way down just to be kicked right back out.
Johnson back on the floor for the Irish for Genki. Inbounding will be Carrie Albrecht. Trying to get it inbounds, and Helm stole it. Blows by Sadowski. She's going to get to the other end, but overlaid. And on the putback, Worcester is fouled.
I believe that one's going to go on Caitlin Albrecht, picking up her first.
Carissa Worcester, a 5'11 sophomore, will shoot a pair. 4 minutes even to go in the first half. First one is too strong.
I'm thinking maybe some of those girls from Frio might want to transfer. Or move, not transfer. You know?
Just for the heck of it?
Just get some playing time. More playing time.
I see what you mean, yeah.
At North here.
She splashes the second one in. 26-9. Sadowski pushing down this near sideline. Back on top, looking for Caitlin Albrecht. To her sister Carrie. Flash cut. Panthers in their motion offense. Taken away from Carrie Albrecht by Haase, but then Haase traveled.
She has long arms, Freedom. And they're active.
Yeah, they certainly are. Looking for deflections, looking for interceptions, anything they can get to bother the Panthers. Shallow has it in the circle. Collins dribble over to Steffen. Now Sadowski on baseline. Back outside Steffen. Skip pass. Albrecht has it. This is Carrie. Back on top to the sister. Caitlin to the line. Kicks over on the baseline. Sadowski drops it inside, low left. Albrecht can't get it to go. Bothered by Genki. Inside, make it Haase, excuse me. Johnson lead pass ahead. And the lay-in is good by Kempen.
Panthers overcommitted there. They had two players that drifted over to cover the one deep Irish player, but there was a second one lingering behind.
28-9 is our score. I'll give it back to Larry for one more commercial before we take our halftime break. You're listening to high school basketball, WOCO Sports Radio.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
Well, one way that the Panthers are not going to save their legs is getting into a running match with this Freedom team, but sometimes you don't have much choice. When they're running, you got to run back. You got to sprint.
And the girls have been doing a pretty good job with that. I think only twice now I can really think that they've gotten beaten back down the floor. And actually that time, the last time, they didn't get beat back down the floor. They were there. They just overcommitted, 2 players on one, and left another one wide open. So the Panther girls are hustling, that's for sure. But like I said, it's quite a matchup for them tonight.
Here's Carrie Albrecht. Bounces to Steffen. 3 minutes to go in the half. Caitlin Albrecht. Back outside to Steffens. Now Carrie. Carrie, long distance 3. There it is! That was a good 3 feet beyond the arc.
Apparently she was just too close on the other one. She needed to just drop back a little bit more.
Peters to Johnson. Johnson back on top to Helm. On the curl cut, looking for Kempton. She dropped it back outside to Helm. And that one's coming our way, Brett. Aaron pass to the radio table. Turnover, Irish. 4 new ones coming in for the Panthers. Only player to stick will be Sadowski. It'll be Allen, Kratz, Brower, and Huberty back on the floor. Checking in for the Irish will be Brooke Garrett. And Helms will get a break. 2:30 left to go in the half. 28-12. Freedom. Kratz. Looking. Gets it inside. Allen, jumper. Oh, spun out. Rebound cleared by Johnson. Johnson up ahead on the left sideline. This is Garrett stopping, popping for 3. No good. Ball's loose on the floor. Dug out by Brower. Allen takes the outlet. Now she'll bring it up herself. Ahead, Huberty. And Huberty.
I don't think she did.
I don't know if she did either. They
I don't
called her
think
for
she did.
travel.
I think it looked like she was going to, but she maintained that pivot foot.
I would tend to agree with you on that one, Brett.
I think she faked the ref out and got a whistle.
Looks like they're going to let Johnson go one-on-one against Kratz. They went 4 low, and she just muscled one up over Kratz. Strong move by the freshman. 30-12. Sadowski knocked away, and a tie-up. It'll be Irish basketball.
That's pretty scary when you can give the ball to a freshman and say, hey, just go one-on-one and power your way through.
And that's what it was, because they called 1-4 low, and everybody went to the baseline, giving her more space to just work that spin move. Now she's going to get a ball screen moving left on it. Tried to drop it to Genke, and the Panthers take it away, and Sadowski tied up by Genke.
That's the 11th turnover by Freedom, so I'm sure Coach would like to see those numbers cut down on his side of the floor as well.
Here's Huberty. He's going to snap off a 3 straight on. That was an air ball. Came up short.
That one, they ran a play for her. She had plenty of time. It was one of the few good looks the Panthers had, and that time she rushed it when she shouldn't have.
With 1:14 left. Now a buck 10. It's sticking, and here come the Irish. Way outside. Johnson skip pass back over to Garrett. Head fakes, gets into the lane, and she's fouled, going up with the scoop shot. Free throws coming for Brooke Garrett with exactly 1 minute left to go in the first half.
Caitlin Allen picking up her first.
First free throw is good by the senior, Garrett. 31-12. Pounds the dribble, spins it up. Too strong. Huberty with the rebound. Hands it off to Sadowski in the backcourt. Bree can give it off to Huberty between the circles. Now Crocs. Back to Kaylin Allen. Quick pass low left looking for Huberty. Head fake one blocked by Johnson. Tipped ahead by Peters. looking for Garrett on the left side. She lays it up and in and is fouled. So a lot of nice things on the Irish side there. The block, the tip out because it worked like an outlet. The look up and speed pass ahead, and the finish.
Yeah.
Garrett trying to complete the three-point play, and she does. 34-12. Little full court pressure with 37 seconds left to go in a half. This is Carly Peters working against Sadowski. Sadowski up the left sideline to Allen. Sadowski tapped away by Johnson. She came out of nowhere. Behind the back pass to Peters. Peters runs it down in the front court. Drops it back outside to Garrett. Poked away by Kratz. We're under 20 seconds. Picks up the dribble. And now they're going to call a timeout with 15 seconds left to go. The setup. One last shot, I guess. We'll stay here. 30-second variety. 15.6 to be exact. 34-12. Haase will check back in. One of their two 6-footers, Callie Genke, the freshman, is also 6 feet. But a couple of youngsters that are at 5'11". They're tough matchup. You said it before, Brett. Let's see what kind of set play they run here.
Have to look and see if they've gone up against Wrightstown yet. Yeah.
We'll check that out at halftime. See how that was. Wrightstown, the #1 team in the state, and on top of the Northeastern Conference. They'll get it into Garrett. Garrett over to Johnson. They're going to skip it inside to Haase. Blocked by Brower. Haase gets it back and tied up by Allen. A fight inside. 4 seconds left to go. Fight for the ball, I should say. Possession arrow will stay to the Irish. 4 seconds left to go now. Johnson will inbound. Haase on the block right in front of her. They lob it into Haase with the right-hand hook in the middle of the paint. No good. And we've got a foul called as the horn goes off. The foul will count. It's going to go on Haase of the Irish.
That's her third personal.
And that's going to give Allen bonus free throws on the other end, even though there's no time left on the clock.
Now, this is the second matchup between Oconto Falls and Freedom. Freedom came out on top of the first matchup way back in November, 62-36.
62-36, you said, Brett?
That's what it said. I'll say it again. 62-36.
How they're gonna? I don't know if they're gonna put a little bit of time left on the clock because they put everybody on the free throw line with Kalen. See what they're gonna do here. The officials are
the
talking.
bonus, right?
Yeah, they are shooting the bonus. There's a conversation between the circles, between the lead official and the official that called the foul.
They played Wrightstown at Freedom on January 5th and lost that one 66-71. So they were hanging right there with the #1 team in the state.
Now they cleared everybody off the line, and Kaylin Allen will shoot the bonus all by her lonesome. She gets the first, giving the Panthers 13 here in the first half. She's got one more. Can't get the second one to go, and that's going to end the first half with our score 34-13, I believe it should be. They didn't put that point up on the board for the Panthers. 34-13 is our halftime score. Brett and I are going to take a timeout, send it back to Larry back in the studio. Let him work his magic. When we come back, we'll recap this first half and get ready for the second 18 minutes of action. Once again, the halftime score, Freedom 34, Oconto Falls 13, girls, Northeastern Conference basketball. Listening to WOCO Sports Radio.
4-7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407 and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 well and pump service. Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
Did you know NEW Credit Union is a member-owned financial cooperative? So as a credit union member, you own the credit union. Because we have no stockholders to satisfy, the profits go back to you, the owner, in the form of better rates and a multitude of up-to-date services. NEW Credit Union has offices in Oconto Falls, Surrey, Oconto, and Peshtigo, serving all who live or work in Brown, Marinette, Oconto and Shawano counties of Wisconsin, and Menominee County, Michigan. It is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration and an equal housing opportunity lender. Find out what we're all about online at newcu.org or call 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Go ahead and like us on Facebook. Why not take advantage of everything your local credit union has to offer? We're your home team, here to serve you. Why not try NEW Credit Union and own it?
The Milwaukee Bucks rebounded from a bad loss at Miami Sunday by knocking off the Washington Wizards 104-95 on Martin Luther King Day today in Washington, D.C. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 27 points and 20 rebounds in the win. I'm Bill Scott with sports. Eric Bledsoe added 23, Chris Middleton 19, and Malcolm Brogdon was 16. Bucks shooting 31% from the field at Miami yesterday. They rebound for a 46% effort in the victory this afternoon, including 50% from three-point range. Marquette Golden Eagles back home tonight, playing host to the DePaul Blue Demons at the Bradley Center. DePaul just one Big East win entering play tonight. In Green Bay this evening, the Phoenix play host to in-state rival Milwaukee at the Resch Center. Women's action this afternoon, the Milwaukee Panthers knocked off Illinois Chicago 76-53. In the Horizon League, Bailey Fairley had 20 points. Jenny Lindner added 17. Lindner earlier in the day was named the Horizon League Women's Player of the Week for the second time this season and the fifth time in her career. Elsewhere, Green Bay playing at IUPUI tonight. Basketball Badgers in action tomorrow night against Purdue. The Boilermakers climbing 2 more spots in the AP Top 25 polls released today. Purdue went from 5th last week to number 3 this week. They won 13 straight. Michigan State, which has dropped 2 of their last 3, dropping from 4 to 9 in the top 25 poll. Ohio State and Michigan both in the top 25 this week at number 22 and number 23, respectively. Packers defensive back Demarius Randall underwent minor surgery today to fix an issue with a small bone in his hand. Randall finished the season with a team-high 4 interceptions and 1 defensive touchdown. He wrapped up the season as the Packers' top defensive back. Hockey Badgers coming off a split with last-place Michigan State in Big Ten action over the weekend. They're now getting ready for another shot at top-ranked Notre Dame this week. They're in South Bend Friday night and then at the United Center in Chicago on Sunday. Bill Scott, Wisconsin Radio Network.
We've heard it time and time again. You want local loan decisions and servicing, faster turnaround, and answers to your questions handled right here in Oconto. At the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've got all of those bases covered, from local loan decisions and on-time closings to great rates and fair terms. Visit me, Bob Schwartz, at the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. I've helped many people, and now I'd like to help you with your next loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Did you know NEW Credit Union is a member-owned financial cooperative? So as a credit union member, you own the credit union. Because we have no stockholders to satisfy, the profits go back to you, the owner, in the form of better rates and a multitude of up-to-date services. NEW Credit Union has offices in Oconto Falls, Surrey, Oconto, and Peshtigo, serving all who live or work in Brown, Marinette, Oconto and Oconto counties of Wisconsin, and Menominee County, Michigan. It is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration and an equal housing opportunity lender. Find out what we're all about online at newcu.org or call 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Go ahead and like us on Facebook. Why not take advantage of everything your local credit union has to offer? We're your home team, here to serve you. Why not try NEW Credit Union and own it?
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Wisconsin did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
He's Brett, I'm Todd. We're back at the Oconto Falls Fieldhouse. We're at halftime. It's the Freedom Irish 34, the Oconto Falls Lady Panthers 13. And all Irish so far, Brett, and they jumped out to an 11-0 lead and haven't looked back.
Yeah, they've not called the Hounds off, that's for sure. They pressed pretty much that whole game, and when they weren't pressing, they went into a trapping zone defense. So Panthers committing 16 turnovers in that first half. Irish committing 11 themselves, but it's been an effective defense for the Irish right now.
The way this thing started, I was kind of thinking if the Panthers could keep it in that 10-point range, 10, 12 points, but they couldn't do that. That second half of the first half, the second 9 minutes, saw the Irish slide this lead up to 21.
Yeah. Freedom shot 13 of 29 from the floor, 44% here in the first half. 7 of 10 from the free throw line for 70%. I believe they only knocked in 1 3. And on the Panthers side, Panthers 5 of 22 for 22%, 2 of 4 from the line for 50%. They also knocked in 1 3 themselves. Leading scorers at half, Kelly Genke with 11 for Irish, 7 for Brooke Garnett, and then I'm just going to run them off here. Carly Peters with 2, Gabby Johnson with 4, Tyler Hasse with 2, Worcester with 1, 2 for Willer, 2 for Kempen, and 3 for Peters. On the Panthers side, leading at half, Emma Huberty with 6, then 3 for Carrie Albrecht, 2 for Kennedy Cross, and 1 apiece for Allen and Sister Albrecht. And that's all I got for you there.
All right.
And I can also let you know that the UWGB women were in action tonight, and they walked away with a 60-34 victory over IUPUI. And the men are 1 point down at half to Milwaukee, 49-48 at half.
All right, thank you, Brett. We want to mention that to all Panther fans that tomorrow night, the Lady Panthers, the Men Panthers, and the Wrestlers are all in action. Ladies will be in action right here at the Fieldhouse against Marinette. The Wrestlers also in the wrestling gym here at Oconto Falls High School, taking on Coleman. I believe there's other teams involved in that also. And then the men are traveling up to Marinette to take on the Marines. So a lot of action going on tomorrow night for Panther backers. Panthers with the basketball as we start the second half, moving right to left. Here's Carrie Albrecht between the circles, guarded by the freshman Genke. Here's Allen into the corner. Brower thought about the three, now drives baseline, gets all the way to the rack. Can't get it to fall. Genke clears the rebound. Nice take by Natalie.
A nice take. She just needed to turn her body a little bit and squirt up on the board and just kick that right off and knock it in.
Hazy going right down the lane. Got a pass. Tried to lay it up on the left side. Couldn't get it to fall, but was fouled.
Natalie Brower picking up the first team foul for the Panthers. She took that shot straight on. If she would have turned her body a little bit and squared it up, she could have kissed it right off the glass and in. Ozzy with the basket. Free throw. Good.
First points of the second half go to the Irish.
All I heard Coach say was blitz. I don't like the sound of that if I'm a Panther fan.
Here's Shallow with the rebound. Up ahead, this is Carrie Albrecht right in front of the Panther bench. Knocked away by Peters. Dug out in the corner by Genke. Over to Johnson. Johnson pushing it ahead. Helms on the baseline. Snaps through. Can't get it to fall. Nice split of the defense. And then we've got a foul on the rebound attempt. I believe Hazy's heading back to the free throw line.
And I think Carrie Albrecht picking up her first foul. Second team foul. Hazy back to the free throw line where she just was.
And can't get the first to fall. You mentioned it in the first half, Brett. This Irish team faced Wrightstown and lost 71-66, I believe you said.
That's correct.
That was for a young
January
team. 5th. That's just a week or so ago. For a young team, and it gave them a lot of confidence going against number one team in the conference and number one team in the state at this point. Albrecht spinning against Genke, hands it off to Cross. Way outside. Now Brower on the left wing. To Albrecht. Allen. Ball above her head. Looking. Still looking. Putting it on the floor. Gets to the free throw line. Dropping it low right to Brower. Head fake one. Steps through with the left hand.
Oh, nice move by Natalie. Could use some points out of her tonight. She's got two good looks right here in the second half.
Here's Helm.
That's something about Coach talked about at half.
Genke lost the handle. Albrecht tries to save it, and it stays to the Irish. Now we're going to have a conversation between two officials. They call green ball. They talked. And now they're going to say, I'm not sure what they're going to say. It's going to be,
it's green.
It's green ball.
Green ball. Oh, but they throw it away.
After all of that, they tossed it right through the Panthers, shallow up the far sideline. Not sure what that all was about. Really didn't make either official look very good. Here's Allen on a slash down the lane line. It's blocked away from her, but it'll stay to Oconto Falls.
Maybe we should have the stat cats on that tonight to keep track of blocks because Irish has had numerous blocks on the Panthers tonight.
They are long and lanky. On a quick inbound, Allen too strong from the baseline. Brower with the rebound. Put back, no. Rebound tapped out. Allen has it. Elbow jumper, splashes it home.
Bingo! Nice series by the Panthers on that one. Real tenacious on the offensive board. Got a couple looks and able to knock one down. Caitlin Allen dropping in the two.
Johnson over to Peters. Skip past to Helms. There's diving through. 3 by Genke. No good. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch. They say it's Oconto Falls ball. And no discussion.
Genke's second 3 that she's taken. Apparently that's in her wheelhouse too. She's got the green light to shoot from behind there.
Here's a little full court pressure again. Looking, still looking. They get it in shallow. Shallow. Beating the pressure. Up ahead to Cross. Left wing. They'll reset the offense. 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Brower trying to get to the baseline. Bounces it low left. Shallow air ball. And a rebound in a tie-out. Albrecht. And it was Worcester.
Yeah, Sammy had a nice open look, and she needed to pull the trigger fast, which she did, but needed to drop some iron there at least.
Carrie Albrecht almost in a headlock when she came down with that rebound. Here's a deep three by Gabby Johnson, straight on, no. Offensive rebound, blocked by the Panthers. And Shallow comes away with it. Shallow serving as she heads up the floor. Kratz, step back three, no. Rebound to Genke. Genke will push it up herself. The 6-foot freshman knocked away from behind. Nice hustle by Carrie Albrecht. (35-15) on the inbound. They go right to Genke. Left hand, sweet little baby hook. Good. Again, lead pass to Kratz, right in front of the Panther bench. Driving baseline, kicking to Albrecht. She's going to pop from the corner. No good. Rebound cleared. Here comes Helm. Weaving through traffic. Over on the left side to Peters. Quick drop inside. No good. They tried to find Worcester. She was there. She just left it short. Shallow. Kratz. Back on top to Allen.